Nthabi. So I represent Real Talk with Nthabi. So I'm here as your friend, I'm here as your inspirer, as your sister, as your younger sister, maybe if and someone who could actually knock some sense into something that you already know, but probably needs some light to actually get to the point where you realize certain things that you think you didn't know, but you actually know. Is that okay? Alright, so I'm very honored to be here. You know, when Lulama invited me, you know what, I'm not comfortable speaking English because of the kids. But on certain things that I need to emphasize, you know, so I was very touched when Lulama sent me an email to request me to be part of this event. I just took a moment and thanked God to say, you know what, thank you God. I mean, being part of such an initiative is an amazing thing. And the theme obviously, okay, is the launch of Saving Cinderellas. So immediately when it said Saving Cinderellas, okay, so the Cinderella was saved by a prince, right? But today means you guys are going to be saved by a queen. Yeah, so that's what's going to happen. Alright, so what I think I want to talk about today, I see that we've got a lot of potential young people that are growing up, and if I can just find out, your ages are between 15, 21, I said 15, 21, okay, who's 16 here? Okay, who's 18? Okay, so meaning I'm talking to teens who really know what teenager is all about and everything. Okay, that's fine. Alright guys, I think let me start by saying the theme of today is me asking you to be strong against all obstacles that you come across in life. I will begin by saying, you're probably sitting there saying to yourself, how do I become strong after everything that I've went through in my life? How do I become strong if I've been a victim of abuse, if I've been a victim of rape, if I've been a victim of poverty, for that matter? You're probably wondering, but it's not that easy. Yes, it's not that easy. But the main question is, how do you break free from all of that? How do you claim back what is yours? How do you claim back your capabilities and abilities to be the best that you can? Usually I say, my story might not be your story, but with our stories, there's a lot that you can learn from it. So when you actually relate to this woman, the person standing next to you, I think I should share a little story about myself, about my life. So I was born from Mahikeng in the northwest, in a village called Nthabi. So I come from a village, and I always emphasize the fact that I'm a village girl, mainly because I was often teased from coming from a village. I was often told that, you know what, coming from a village, you're not capable of becoming the best. You're not capable of succeeding in life, even in your studies. I'm sorry, those ladies are disturbing me, but it's fine. So what I'm trying to say is that I stayed in a village, I stayed in a shed. And often I would be afraid to invite my friends, ashamed, not afraid but ashamed, to invite my friends to come over to my house. Every time it would be an excuse of, you know what, I cannot meet you guys we're going somewhere with my family, so you guys can come. So you wonder, what was that? That was me being ashamed of where I come from. And that is the strongest point of your life. First of all, I wake up every day and go to school. Looking beautiful, getting out of that shit. So meaning, God has blessed me with that shit. I have a shelter, but yet I'm ashamed. Where else is someone out there who does not even have a shelter and like their heads? So what my point is right now is that you might be going through certain things in your life, and you're thinking to yourself, I will not break free. You put pressure on yourself. You want to blame yourself because of what you don't even have control over. I didn't have control over the fact that my parents were not able to build a house for us. But what I could have changed, or what I could change, was for me to actually make it a point that I get out of the situation and see the best out of myself. Because the more you focus on the situation that you're in right now, you won't be able to prosper and progress in life. Because of your thinking of the things that are happening now. And it's not your fault. The fact that there's no food, the fact that your family cannot afford to buy the your parents cannot afford to buy you label clothes and give you money for the hair or whatever that you need. That does not mean they don't love you. I had to realize that what my parents are offering me is what they can. I mean, your family won't bring you in life to just let you be nothing and not see you prosper. And on the other side, there are those parents that don't really care about their children. It's unfortunate and it's true. But what I can say is that when you find yourself in that situation where you do have a family, but they don't care about you, or you probably abandoned or you were adopted, just know that there's nothing wrong with you. Don't blame yourself. You are greater, and your situation is nothing compared to where you're going. I mean, there was a point in time where I couldn't even have 2 ready to buy myself some snacks at school. But that did not stop me from studying. As much as it was difficult, I have failed at some point. I won't lie to you. I won't stand here and tell you that I never failed. I did fail. And I failed because somehow as a teenager you lose focus. Sometimes you lose focus and you forget the importance or the important things. And when that happens, that's when you lose yourself. And I was fortunate enough that as much as I lost my focus, I was able to go back to track and remember that, this is the life. Do I want to see my family staying in the shack for the rest of my life? Is there anything that I can do? I won't talk much about my high school life, but what I can tell you is that in life, challenges, you're gonna be tempted to do certain things. There was a point in time in my life when I was in tertiary. 2009 to be exact, first day out. I had mobile, I had potatoes in my room, and soup, no soup, and half bread. And then as I was coming from school, there's this guy who was driving a nice car, who called me to his side and asked me to go with him to a date. And I'm asking to myself, I only have no white. I only have bread and potatoes. So if I can go to a date with this man, it means that I'll be able to save more white for outside and maybe the other day. And guess what? I did did go to that date. I did have my steak and chips born like a plate at school. Why? Because I felt like that is something that I needed. Most of the young girls lose their self when they reach that point. That moment, you forget your worth. You forget who you are, where you come from. Your parents made an effort to make sure that you're at school. Chances are they took the last money that they had and they said, you know what, go to school. But instead, you decide to take the other route. I mean, what's wrong with mobile? I was eating mobile each and every time. There was nothing wrong. I was surviving. So what made me decide to go out of the date? So meaning, at that moment, I did not know my worth. I did not know what I'm about and where I'm going. And as a young person, you cannot entertain certain things in your life. You cannot be a student and be someone's wife or be someone's parent, for example. Even guys for that matter. You cannot be someone's paytech just because you think, you know what, she can borrow me, then she can't. You forget yourself in the process. You forget yourself and you forget what your goal is. It's not about women, it's not about guys. It's about the universe on its own. Every challenge affects each and every one of you. So what I'm trying to say is that as a person, you have to know your worth. You have to realize that you are capable of being the best. And the fact that you don't have food on your table at this point, you don't have money to buy yourself that expensive meal, or that is in every manner, that does not mean it's the end of the way, of the road. It's just temporary. And don't compare yourself with your friend. You might be sitting next to your friend. Maybe you don't know today, I have to wear a jeans and a smart. Why do you have to do that? Appreciate what you have and know that that's the only thing that you have. If Jinia wash it, iron it, wear it with pride. Walk with pride and have that automated dignity. Have that automated dignity to say, you know what, I might not have certain things that my friends have. Or actually your so-called friends, your toxic friends. Because a good friend will not try to influence you to doing something that is not right. Or to pressure you from actually being something that you're not. So don't forget yourself. Guard against the person next to you. Or maybe the person you've been chatting to on WhatsApp. Or your friends know what concept of time. Guard against that. Because that's where you get it all wrong. At the end of the day, it's all about you. I went to that meal the next day. When I came back, the guy gave me 200 rand. And what I said to myself was that with this 200 rand, I can buy myself a jeep and go shop right, get a mobile home, and maybe bread, and maybe have 50 rand in all, or maybe buy hairpiece. Because at that point, I knew how to plan my hair. The question is, how long was I going to do that? And what was the catch? Can a person just offer you money and take you out for dinner halfway? There's no such. There's always a catch. So I'm at school and I'm going to be what? Someone's wife or someone's sex slave. Because like it or not, I'll tell it straight to your faces right now that what guys will be looking at is just to get under your pants. And after that, they go to the next victim, probably your friend. And ask yourself if 200 rand is worth it. So you should ask yourself if 200 rand is worth it. You could fall pregnant. I could have fallen pregnant. I could have had HIV. Where would I be now? I wouldn't be standing here at this moment. I've graduated standing here. Right now, I can work for myself and order or go to a shop or go to a restaurant, the most expensive restaurant, and order a meal and pay for it myself. What is stopping you from doing that? No one said it's going to be easy. But if you're going to jump one step and go to the fourth one, I'm telling you, you're going to roll down. And when you go down, it's going to be bad. So don't try to be something that you're not. You might be coming from a family where things are bad. You probably your parents or your father is abusing your mother, or your mother is abusing your father, or you are abused by your family. And then you want to tend to drugs, tend to alcohol, all sorts of things. It's not worth it. It is not your fault. Whether your parents are not able to do certain things for you right now, it's not your fault. You have to take responsibility of your life. I have to take responsibility and say to myself, I will not continue doing that. Instead, I sold Avon products. And with those products, I was able to buy myself toiletry and be able to buy myself bread. So that to me says, there is always a solution, no matter how bad the situation can be. So guard against that. I'm seeing beautiful, I'm a woman, sorry guys. I'm a woman and I'm very connected to women. So just looking around, I see very beautiful women that have potential. But you know what? As I'm looking at you guys now, nothing is written on your faces. I see beauty and everything, but you know exactly what is happening in your life. You know what you get up to in your life. I'm not trying to accuse, but I'm just trying to be realistic. Real talk with Nthabi is about empowering and transforming and being real. So if I'm not real, I wouldn't expect you to be real. So what I'm trying to say is that what I'm saying to you now, it's probably something that you're going through, or you're probably going through more. You're sleeping with a sugar daddy. You are actually taking money away from Banabaha that they owe. Just because you're beautiful. Just because when you walk down the street, but you don't yellow book here. Is that worth it? And then what about you? Okay, that guy will come around. You don't really need another problem. And I'm like, no, I have to go. Lunchtime, I want to see McDonald's. Would you like a after McDonald's, you want to be to McDonald's today for what? What is that after all? Didn't you eat kohalons? Don't you get bread kohalons? I'll go back to say that there will be a time in your life where you're able to do certain things for yourself. You deserve the best. McDonald's get 36 rand, Big Mac get 36 rand. Are you worth that? Are you worth 36 bucks? Are you worth 6 pack of Red Square for the whole night? After that, they take you and then sleep with you. Sleep with you non-stop the whole night. Everyone, Red Square, you pay for it. You cry, does not care. Why? Because he has no intentions. Go away. So sometimes, you know what, I won't try to shift away that our generation is exposed to dating and everything. But I still respect our elders. I still respect our roots. Because often we forget where we come from. We forget that, hey, woman, you have to close your legs. A guy must work to get down there. When we get on water, what for? Do you want to be taken serious this was nice. I'm being realistic. I'm sorry if I may say things that are a bit sensitive, but this is the reality part of it. So I want you guys to guard against what you do. And I'm trying to emphasize this because soon, or maybe some of you are already in tertiary, and there, a lot of things happen. I studied Gold of University of Technology. And recently, actually, by the, I think, 2010, the highest rate of HIV, the highest rate of dropouts, either they fall pregnant or they just decide they don't want to study anymore, or they are sick, or some are dead, because you forget yourself. You know, right now I don't want you to think about your friend. I don't want you to think about your boyfriend or your boyfriend. I want you to think of yourself. I don't want you to think about your girlfriends. I want you to think about yourself. Right about now, I can tell you that you don't have a girlfriend, you don't have a boyfriend. You have yourself and your family. Looking at each and every one of you, you're still under your parents' care. And that should mean something. It also goes to say, the respect that you have for your family should be the kind of respect that you have within yourself. Because if you don't respect yourself enough to be able to control yourself everywhere you go, I can promise you right now that there are high chances that your life is not going to go far. I was fortunate enough to have got out of my experience of being charmed by a nice car parking day and a plate yesterday and chips. Right now, I stand here as a graduate, as a business owner. I have my own company. And I was no different to you. I was no different to each and every one of you. At some point, I was the same age and same level as you, going through the same experiences. But you are fortunate enough to have Nthabi standing in front of you and telling you how you can actually shift away from that. Because often enough, people would say, I want to experience it myself, then I'll know. Unfortunately, sometimes when you say to yourself, I want to experience it becomes bad. You end up being sick. You end up being a dropout. You end up being on the street and being nothing. Being that girl who stays eating any towel and looking at Panama Pizza and going to say, oh shit, all we did was this. I get a bit this. That girl worked hard for that car. Why do women always appreciate being on the other side of the car? Oh, what about my thing, man? Having a Mr. Body Shop? What about the make a show? Okay, but I'm born. For what? What is material after all? So you're gonna have a car next to you, a nice car, and then after passing that shop, chances are not even a single person saw you. You go to wherever, and then what's gonna happen with your life? You know, this is very touching to me, and I'm saying all of this because I had my share of experiences. And I believe that through my words, there's so much that you can learn. You deserve a person as a person. And settling for less than you deserve, that is not you. You are worth gold. You are worth diamonds. I always say I'm that rough diamond that is still being shaped by God. Don't lose yourself as a person. I'm getting emotional because I have a younger sister. And I look at her and think, what if she falls in the trap where she gets to be out of bringing or anything like that? What's going to happen? Because your dignity gets taken away. I'll go back to say, you are capable of being the best in life. And the situation that you're in right now is nothing compared to where you're going. Right now, as much as I've achieved what I wanted to achieve, right now I'm building a house for my family. The house where I was ashamed to call my friends to come to the Sheikh Yakuhai. Right now I can talk about it and say I'm not ashamed. This person came out of it. So whether you're living in a shack right now or a big mansion, you're not different from anyone. You're not different at all. The fact that you've got everything and someone does not have anything does not say anything about you. Because we all have raised pets. And with those raised pets, we all start and hit to the finish line. All of us at once. If you get there first, fine. Happy for you. But the fact that you got there first, it does not mean I won't get there. So don't pressure yourself. If you feel the grade, maybe, it's okay. Realize your mistakes and go back and fix them. Because you wouldn't learn if you don't fail. I wouldn't have learned if I didn't fail. I wouldn't have learned to know my worth if I didn't have to go through what I did. Because there was a point, I was talking about the six-pack for a reason. Because there was an older man who bought me the six-pack. An older man, old enough to have kids, probably the same age as you. He bought me the six-pack. And he took me to a place, a club, and I was sitting there. He's talking with other older men. And I'm sitting there drinking 6 packs of Red Wine. I can't even engage with them. They are older people. Why were they there at the best place? So don't be like me. Don't get yourself into situations that you can't get out of. I was fortunate to get out. Right now I stand with pride and say, you know what, the challenges and the obstacles that I've went through now has put me where I am. But what I'm trying to say to you is that you do not need to experience certain things first to realize that, you know what, I deserve better. Take a moment and digest everything that I've been saying to you. And then ask yourself, is the person that I am now the kind of person that I aspire to be in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years of my life? What's going to happen to me a year from now? You need to have a plan as a person. If you can't plan your life, you are bound to fail. If you cannot have a goal and a vision of your life, some would say some people got lucky and succeeded, but it does not happen like that. Not everyone gets lucky. So right now I just want to say, it's all up to you guys. What I've shared with you now is something that I think can help you, or help your friend, or help your cousin. And like I said, my story might not be your story, but you can probably learn something from it. And I want to leave you with this quote. have seen what hard work can do, and I know what more it can and it will do. I work hard for where I am now. I work hard for my education. I work hard for my business. I wouldn't be here if I didn't work hard. So put a little effort. Pull those losses. It might be December, you're out of your boats and everything, but don't lose focus. Remember yourself. With those words, I just want to say thank you. And before I sit down, I know how it's like not having a roll on, not having pens, and having to use a tissue when I don't have those things. And it's sad to go through all of that. So today, I thought to myself that, you know what? God has blessed me, and with the blessing that I have, I need to share. Sharing is caring. So I'm not sure if the MC would allow me to actually distribute some few things that I have that I think you guys can appreciate. Okay, he didn't hear me, eh? Okay, no, what I was saying is I have some few gifts that I want to give to them. So am I allowed to do that now? Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm hoping that the number will be enough for people. Like I said, there were points where I didn't have this. So, if I can help, it doesn't matter how many people I help. But I believe that the little that I have can make a difference. And you should do the same as well to others. Thank you.
Question? Anyone wants to take a photo? Nice. Selfie, guys. The people don't necessarily see.
Maybe I can teach I feel that was going to be like Nthabi was doing something. Thank you.
So I'm going to see that guy.
Okay, kawan suami kumar. Saya dokter.